Banazir Bhutoo was born on June 21, 1953 in Karachi. She was born in political family. She was an eldest child of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. He was a political leader and former prime minister. At the age of 16, in April 1969, she left her homeland and got admission in the US at Harvard University Radcliffe College. In June 1973, Benazir Bhutto graduated from Harvard Radcliffe University. After completing her undergraduate degree at Radcliffe, she got admission at England's Oxford University, where she was awarded a second degree in 1977, and she was also elected the president of Oxford Union. Benazir Bhutto returned to Pakistan in June 1977. She wanted to join the Foreign Service, but her father wanted her to contest the assembly election. As she was not yet of age, Benazir Bhutto assisted her father as an advisor. But after some days, military seized the power of her father, and her father was in prison. In 1979, he was hanged by the military government of General Ziaul-Haq. Bhutto herself was also arrested many times over the following years and was detained for 3 years before being permitted to leave the country in 1984. She settled in London. She founded an underground organization to resist the military dictatorship. When her brother died in 1985, she returned to Pakistan for his burial and was again arrested for participating in anti-government rallies. She returned to London after her release, and martial law was lifted in Pakistan. At the end of the year, anti-Zia demonstration resumed, and Benazir Bhutto returned to Pakistan in April 1986. The public response to her was great, loud, and had a strong feeling about her. She was publicly called for the resignation of General Ziaul-Haq, whose government had executed her father. On December 18, 1987, Benazir Bhutto married to Asif Ali Zardari in Karachi. She was also elected co-chairwoman of Pakistan People's Party along with her mother, and when free elections were finally held in 1988, she herself became Prime Minister at the age of 35. She was one of the youngest chief executives in the world and the first woman to serve as a Prime Minister to lead the Muslim world. During her first term, she started People's Program for economic uplift of the masses. Benazir Bhutto also lifted a ban on student and trade union. But after 2 years into her first term, President Ghulam Ish Khan dismissed Bhutto from office. She initiated an anti-corrupted campaign in 1993. Was re-elected as Prime Minister. While in office, she brought electricity to the countryside and built schools all over the country. She made hunger, housing, and healthcare her top priorities and looked forward to continuing to modernize Pakistan. At the same time, Bhutto faced constant opposition from the Islamic fundamentalist movement. Her brother Mir Murtaza, who had been estranged from Benazir since their father's death, returned from abroad and leveled charges of corruption at Benazir's husband, Asif Ali Zardari. Mir Murtaza died when her bodyguard became involved in a gunfire with police in Karachi. The Pakistani public was shocked by this turn of events, and Pakistan People's Party supporters were divided over the charges against Zardari. In 1996, President Lahori of Pakistan dismissed Benazir Bhutoo from office, alleging mismanagement and dissolved the National Assembly. A Bhutto re-election bid failed in 1997 and the next elected government, headed by the more conservative Nawaz Sharif, was overthrown by the military. Bhutto's husband was in prison and once again she was forced to leave her homeland. For 9 years, she and her children lived in exile in London, where she continued to advocate the restoration of democracy in Pakistan. In the autumn of 2007, in the face of her death threat for radical Islamists, the hostility of the government, she returned to her native country. She was very popular in Pakistani public. That's why she was once again welcomed by a huge crowd at Karachi airport. But within hours of her arrival, her motorcade was attacked by a suicide bomber. She survived this first assassination attempt. Although more than 100 bystanders died in the attack. With national election scheduled from January 2008, our Pakistan People's Party was poised for a victory that will make Benazir Bhutto Prime Minister once again. Only few weeks before the election, the extremists struck again. After a campaign rally in Rawalpindi, a gunman fired at her car before detonating a bomb and killing himself and more than 20 bystanders. Bhutto was rushed to the hospital, but she was dead. Benazir Bhutto died on December 27, 2007 at the age of 54. In the wake of her death, rioting erupted throughout the country. The loss of the country's most popular democratic leader has plunged Pakistan into turmoil, intensifying the danger instability of a nuclear-armed nation in a highly volatile region.
भुट्टो जिंदा था, आज भी भुट्टो जिंदा है, कल भी भुट्टो जिंदा था, आज भी भुट्टो जिंदा है, कल भी भुट्टो जिंदा था, आज भी भुट्टो जिंदा है, कल भी भुट्टो जिंदा था। नारायण भुट्टो।